Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and welcome to my Blackoween TBR. So this is the third year that I will be participating in Blackoween, and if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it is a month-long celebration of Black authors who write crime fiction. So this can be mystery, thriller, horror, cozy, suspense, all that good stuff. This readathon was created by Bree over at Lock Petition. I will have a link to her announcement video in the cards and the description. I am going to go over some of the details of the readathon, but if you want more in-depth descriptions of everything, as well as a read-through of all the prompts for all locations and some recommendations, you're going to have to watch Bree's video, so make sure you check that out. If you want to participate in Blackoween, first thing that you need to do is determine your location. So there are 7 locations this year. There is a new one that has been added. I will talk about those in just a second. Toulouse Parish is essentially Bree's love letter to New Orleans, which is where she's from, and so there are 7 locations that you can choose from. In your location, you choose your role, of which there are 3. The first one is Amateur Share, where you fulfill 1 or 2 prompts in that location. You can be Detective Montan and fulfill 3 to 4, or Investigator Thoreau and fulfill 5 to 6 prompts in that location. Overall, the goal is to potentially become the Grand Searcher of Toulouse Parish, and to do that, you have to become Investigator Thoreau in all 7 locations. So this is only the second year with the map, and Bree has said that she will do specific merch for Grand Searcher starting next year. It is supposed to take time. You can't knock it all out in one sitting. I mean, someone who's very determined and doesn't like to be challenged probably could. That's not the point. That is not the goal. Last year, I was Detective Montan in Saint Germain Graveyard. This year, I'm going to be Investigator Thoreau in Noir Apothecary. Before I talk about what I'm going to be reading for each of the prompts in Noir Apothecary, I'm going to run through all of the other locations really quickly. Like I said, if you want more in-depth details for all of the prompts, watch Bree's video. The original 6 locations, including Noir Apothecary, were Bayou Haunted House, Saint Germain Graveyard, Ruby's Crew Park, Joe's Library, and Laissez-Faire Streetcar. This year, she also added Shishi's Kitchen to honor her mother, and so this is actually a romance category, and I almost threw my TBR out of the window to do this location instead, but I think I'm gonna wait and hold that off for next year. Now, you might be thinking, what does romance have to do with crime fiction? Well, romantic suspense is a thing. So there's that. I also just really love the idea of Bree honoring her mom with this location, and as a romance reader, I will definitely be doing that location next year. So for each location, there are 6 prompts. One of those prompts in every single location is a free space. So in Noir Apothecary, we are reading cozy mysteries. So I'm gonna run through the prompts and which books I've selected for those prompts. Some of them might fit in the other prompts in the category as well. And just a side note, if you are planning to do multiple locations and you find a book that fits prompts in different locations, you can only use that book twice. So if you find a book that works for Saint Germain Graveyard and Ruby's Crew Park, you can't then also use that for Bayou Haunted House. You can only use that book to fulfill prompts in 2 locations. I did look at the synopses for these when I was putting together my TBR. Do I remember them? No, but I have them in the category that they're supposed to fit in. So I am going to be reading A Deadly Inside Scoop for the prompt of a cozy set in a small town. For the cozy with pets, I will be reading 2 parts sugar, 1 part murder. For a pun in the title, Against the Current. For a cozy with an amateur sleuth, which is pretty much all of them, A Spell for Trouble. For a cozy with a misjudged death, I'm going to be reading A Glimmer of Death. And I almost forgot about the free space, but luckily there is a group book, and so that one is Murder by Page 1 by Olivia Matthews. So those are all the books that I'm going to be reading for Blackoween this year to fulfill the role of Investigator Thoreau in Noir Apothecary. Again, if you want to know all of the prompts for the other locations, make sure you watch Bree's video. In her video as well, she has other information about the Discord and merch. There is new merch this year. She has the general Blackoween merch that she's always had, as well as merch for specific locations. So that includes hoodies, t-shirts, tote bags, all that fun stuff. So make sure you check out Bree's video and let me know if you are participating in Blackoween this year, and if so, which role in which location. If you're joining me in Noir Apothecary, definitely let me know. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.